To serve two, you'll need 75 grams, 3 ounces of short grain rice, one 400ml 14 fluid ounce tin of coconut milk, 240 ml, that's 8 fluid ounces of water, 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 2 tablespoons of good quality clear honey. And for the caramelised orange, you'll need 1 orange and some extra granulated sugar. To start with, I've already placed the rice and the coconut milk in a small saucepan. Don't use too large a saucepan, because otherwise the liquid will evaporate too quickly. And a little tip, when you're using tinned products like this, it's a good idea just to get the last bits out. I'm going to use some of the water that's also got to be added to this recipe. And just rinse the tin out a bit so you get the last bits out. So I'll add the rest of the water and the tablespoon of sugar, and you need to set this on a high heat. Mix it well and bring it until it's just getting to boiling point. Just as it's about to come to boiling point, you need to reduce the heat to low so that the mixture just simmers. And whilst that's simmering away, you can prepare the caramelised orange. You will need to stir this once in a while during the cooking time. First of all, you need to peel the orange. It's probably easier to use a sharp knife, because then you can get quite a lot of the white pith off, which tends to be bitter. So you don't want that, and you need to get as much off it as possible. Do it over a plate so that you catch any juices. I'm just going to take as much of this off as I can. And then you want to cut this into segments. Now, in between each segment, or rather I should say each segment of an orange, is actually covered by a membrane, and you don't really want that. So you need to cut between the membranes. So just follow it as closely as you can at an angle and cut all the way to the middle. And then, as you can see, the segment will just fall out. And do the same all the way around the orange. Now I'm just going to do 6, there's a little bit left, I shall just eat that in a moment myself. I'm doing 6 segments because groups of 3 look nice once you've served it. Just pop these on a piece of foil on top of the grill tray, and then just set them aside until the rice has been cooking for the required 25 minutes. And don't forget to give your rice pudding a stir every once in a while. After 25 minutes cooking, the rice mixture will have taken up most of the liquid. If there's a lot of liquid left, then just boil it rapidly, just so that you get a nice smooth creamy mixture. And at this point you need to add the honey, and the vanilla extract, just a teaspoon of it. Mix that in very well, and then return the rice pudding back to a low heat just to cook for a further 5 minutes or so. So my rice pudding has been cooking for that further 5 minutes, and all that remains to do now is to cover it with a lid and leave it to stand, not on the heat, for about 5 minutes. And in that time you can caramelise your oranges under the grill. Now, although you can do these with a blowtorch, a lot of people don't have blowtorches, so I'm going to show you how to do this under the grill. You need to place it on the wire rack in the grill pan on a piece of foil, and before you even start to do this, preheat your grill to as hot as it will go, because it really needs to do relatively quickly. And then simply sprinkle a fair amount of sugar on each section. Be generous. The more you sprinkle on, the better the caramel will be. So then just pop those under the grill and they'll take about 4 minutes. So my oranges have caramelised beautifully. They're just tinged brown. And this dessert can be served hot or cold, but whichever way you're going to do it, you simply give the rice pudding a stir and transfer to a small serving dish. I'm just going to do one so you can see what it will look like. Then using a fork, because the sugar on the caramelised oranges can be very hot, just place 3 on each dish. And there. And there it is, ready to serve. Coconut honey rice pudding with caramelised oranges. A really delicious dairy-free rice pudding.